Hello students, so this is our introduction to lesson 0.3, which is a get to know me project. This is a mini project. You get to be creative with this, and there is no practice activity because you're just learning about the project. You're going to plan it, watch a demo video on how to actually use the website to make this little project, and then you'll be turning it in once you complete it. So there's really nothing to practice, you just have to do it. And keep in mind that some of the lessons in our future units are going to be like this. Like you'll learn a technique, but you have to implement it in your project, but through the implementation, you're practicing it, and then I check and see what you did. So sometimes there just really is no need to have a practice activity. So the objectives for this lesson are to learn a little bit about me, to organize and present information about yourself in an appealing and artistic way, so please be creative with this, and to get to know your classmates. So what you're doing is you're using Canva to create a slide to introduce yourself to me and the class. So canva.com is a great resource. You do have access to it as a student in this school district, and you can create all sorts of things. You can create presentations, Instagram infographics, videos, but we're just going to be using a presentation slide, but we're not making a slideshow. Okay, keep that in mind. No slideshow. So you're using Canva, and there are several Canva templates that are provided for you, and I will actually show you how to find different templates. And I just used one that was on the website and then just made it my own. And within Canva, you can change the font, you can change the color of the background, and you can easily add photos, images, and designs. And I find Canva to be more creative, a lot more possibilities than just using Google Slides. So that's why we're using Canva for this. So here's my example. So eventually you'll be explaining your slide to me, but it has my name. There's a photo of me. I love going to Disneyland. That's one of my favorite places to vacation. I do like to paint. That's why I have an image here of a watercolor cactus. I like to take my dog for walks. My favorite flower is the bird of paradise. I do enjoy working with clay, especially getting to glaze the work. I love boba drinks. My favorite animal is the koala, especially because my dad is from Australia. I also enjoy vacationing in Hawaii, so that's why I included this photo here of palm trees. One of my favorite snacks is popcorn, and one day I would like to visit Japan, so I included this graphic here that has to do with Japan. So as you can see in this slide, there's a background. I included these graphics, and I thought about the layout of everything. There's a mix of photos as well as like internet graphics, and a lot of these were found from canva.com. The photo of me obviously came from me. So you can import photos into Canva, but there's a lot of photos that you can use, and they're graphics that you have access to because you're a student using this website. So your get to know me slide is going to require several things though. It's going to include your name, including your last name. You need a photo of yourself. If you're kind of uncomfortable about using a real photo of yourself, you can get creative and use like a Bitmoji. This is an example of a Bitmoji, or you can include a drawing. And you need photos or images that represent your favorite things. And I have a list of options that you will refer to. Choose at least 6. So if you really want to put a lot of information in there about you, you can go crazy and add a lot of graphics. There's a lot of cool things in Canva. And you're also going to use images and photos to represent the following. What are you passionate about? What do you want to do in the future? Where would you like to travel? So like, I would like to travel to Japan. I'm passionate about teaching art, or, I'm passionate about making art as well. So I was able to include those things in my example. You're also going to need a typed explanation about your slide. That's going to happen just on a Google Doc. That's not in Canva. So definitely be creative. And if you're like, oh, I'm not too sure about this, think of it like a collage. And you're only making one slide, okay? You're not making a ton of slides. You're not presenting this slide. I'm going to look at it myself, but this is a great way for me to get to know you, and eventually I'll be sharing these slides with your classmates. So if you run into technical issues while using canva.com, you can ask a classmate, you can check in with me. There is a demo video, but the demo video is not required for you to view. And you might be thinking, well, how long should I work on this slide for? I would say at least 15 to 20 minutes. If it only takes you 5 minutes and there's like a plain white background and there's just like 6 photos, you're not really being creative. I'm gonna push you to do something different with what's on there. Because it is a mini project, but I want you to be creative. I want to see what you can do. So you are being graded on the organization of the slide. Like, just how is everything laid out? Because you can actually rotate the images and graphics. Again, you can change the way they're ordered. They don't have to be in a certain layout, but I just want to know, how did you organize this? Do you have all the required facts and information? You can, of course, include captions, like you could put little labels. I'll show you how to do that in the demo video. You need at least 8 photos or images. Why 8? Because you need at least 6 photos or images that represent your 6 favorite things. And then I just included 2 more because you need like a photo of like, what do you want to do in the future? Or what are you passionate about? And creativity. So does your slide use several colors? Does it implement the graphics in an interesting way? Versus just having a plain white background and there's just 6 images. And don't just tell me you're a minimalist, because that's not an excuse here. You can definitely be creative. And if you need some help or you want some ideas, of course you can ask me. And your slide is going to be turned into the Canvas assignment as an image file. Okay, you're not going to turn it in Canva. You're going to turn it in Canvas. And the demo video does show you how to download your image. All right, have fun and start planning.